When someone dies, grief is often followed by an immediate wave of expenses. Funeral costs, medical bills, travel, meals, and lost income can place tremendous pressure on a family at the worst possible time. That is where a memorial fund can help. A memorial fund gives friends, relatives, coworkers, and community members a simple way to provide financial support or contribute to a meaningful cause in the person's memory. Welcome to the Funeral Channel Network, brought to you by the Funeral Program site. In this video, we will walk through how to start a memorial fund, explain what information to include, and share ways to manage it responsibly. The first step is to decide the purpose of the fund. Some memorial funds are created to help the family pay for funeral and burial expenses. Others provide financial support for a surviving spouse or children. A fund may also collect donations for a scholarship, church, hospice, animal rescue, medical organization, or another cause that was meaningful to the deceased. Be specific about how the money will be used. People are generally more comfortable contributing when they understand exactly whom the fund will help and what expenses it is intended to cover. Next, speak with the immediate family before creating anything. Even when your intentions are good, you should never start a public fundraiser without the family's knowledge and approval. Ask whether they want a fund established, what its purpose should be, and who should be responsible for managing the money. The family may already have arrangements in place, or they may prefer donations to be sent directly to a funeral home, church, school, or charitable organization. Once the family agrees, choose how donations will be collected. An online crowdfunding platform is often the easiest option because it allows people to donate from almost anywhere and share the fundraiser with others. You can also establish an account through a bank or credit union, accept donations through a funeral home, or arrange for contributions to be made directly to a recognized charity. When using an online platform, review its transaction charges, withdrawal process, verification requirements, and refund policies before publishing the fundraiser. The person who will ultimately receive the money should usually be named as the beneficiary whenever the platform permits it. This can allow funds to be transferred directly to that individual, rather than passing through someone else's account. The next step is to create a clear and respectful fundraiser page. Begin with the full name of the person being remembered, and briefly explain who they were. Share a few meaningful details about their life, family, personality, or community involvement. Then explain why the fund is being created. For example, you might say that donations will assist the family with funeral expenses, provide temporary household support, establish an educational fund for the person's children, or benefit a particular charitable organization. Include a realistic fundraising goal based on the anticipated need. Avoid choosing an extremely high amount without explaining how it was calculated. A good memorial fund description should also identify the organizer, explain the organizer's relationship to the family, name the beneficiary, and describe how the donations will be distributed. Transparency is extremely important. Contributors should never have to guess who controls the money or how it will be used. Select one appropriate photograph of the deceased, preferably with the family's permission. A clear, warm portrait usually works better than a graphic, highly edited, or overly dramatic image. Before sharing the fund publicly, carefully check all names, dates, payment details, and spelling. Also make sure the family approves the photograph and written description. Once the memorial fund is published, share it thoughtfully. Begin with relatives, close friends, the person's church, workplace, neighborhood, or community organizations. The link may also be placed in the obituary, memorial website, funeral announcement, or social media post. Avoid repeatedly pressuring people to donate. Not everyone will be able to contribute financially, and some people may choose to support the family with meals, transportation, childcare, prayers, or personal assistance instead. During the fundraising period, provide occasional updates. You might thank contributors, announce that a major expense has been covered, or explain how remaining funds will be used. However, continue protecting the family's privacy. Do not publish personal financial information, addresses, banking details, medical records, or family disagreements. It is also important to keep accurate records. Save receipts, withdrawal confirmations, expense statements, and written communications with the beneficiary. If money remains after the stated expenses have been paid, consult the family before using it for another purpose. Finally, be careful when describing donations as tax deductible. Money donated directly to an individual or family is generally considered a personal gift and is not usually a charitable tax deduction. Contributions may be tax deductible when they are made directly to a qualified nonprofit organization, but donors should consult a tax professional regarding their individual circumstances. A successful memorial fund does not need an elaborate page or an enormous fundraising goal. It needs a clear purpose, the family's permission, honest communication, and responsible management. When handled carefully, a memorial fund can relieve some of the family's immediate financial burden while giving friends and community members a meaningful way to show their love and support. Thank you for watching the Funeral Channel Network, brought to you by the Funeral Program site. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who may be helping a family organize a memorial fund. I'll see you again in the next video.